If you'll just listen...
No!
And apologies, but our...
We're out of time. Yes, I'm doubtful. But we don't...
Excellent.
Did you find the Vanois? Thank the Eternal.
For now, you can tell Hiram that I'll stop using Devil's Peak. From the pits of our eternal souls. I have much to do. Articles to write, sermons to ponder. We live in such an exciting time. Let's talk later.
Sermons? For the love of... I'm going to see to the wounded.
Do you hear that? It's the... Yes, indeed. But before we get down to it...
We did what we could, as...
Is that so? I don't know how. The two are diametric. I don't doubt that you... However, to send the data, I will need your assistance in cycling the antenna's receiver so I can input the needed adjustments. You make it sound so scandalous. Phineas has been in hiding for the past 35 years. It's simple, truly. I merely need you to waltz outside and throw the lever to cycle the power. I'll key in the numerical adjustments from in here. Eternal, no. What is wrong with you? Who would ever... However, you're welcome to brew me a Rizzo Insta-Coffee. Just step outside, flip the...
We're almost done. Let's finish this.
Terrific. I'll be here.
Testing 1, 2, check, check. Oh, and I also dispatched Phineas his data. Impatient prick. Worse, I'm now indebted to him for it. Now I'll kindly thank you to get out of my tower. Look, I am well aware that at times I may have the tiniest iota of a prickly exterior. But I must take care.
What in the... Captain, there's a fireball...
Black holes. Did you see that? Looked like a UDL ship. Oh well, a pity for the crew. But Hiram? Can you hear me? Architect, save me from swindlers and fools. Sanjar, what are you bloody doing on my channel? Yes, but... Hiram. Hiram, are you there? Ah, the good captain. Are you mad? That... Ah, I see you learned nothing. We could use the gunship. Our message is so close to breaking free of this planet. Listen, I don't care a single whit what you do, so long as you leave. Which means, get up.
Captain, if you're looking for crew members Ellie or Felix, they're sharing a drink upstairs. Welcome back, Captain. I have received a transmission from Roseway, from a Dr. Shaw, beginning playback now.
What? Oh, is this on? Oh, it's on right now. Oh, blast. Hello? I'll keep this short, lest I get caught. Please return to Roseway as... Now, how does this blasted thing turn off? Damn engineers never label the...
The transmission is complete, Captain. I request you... We've arrived at Phineas's orbital lab.
I'd clap you on the shoulder if I weren't behind a wall of bulletproof glass. I don't know how you did it, but Hiram Blythe just sent me everything I needed. According to Hiram's message, Minister Clark has ordered a suspicious amount of dimethyl sulfoxide. It's almost as if he's hoarding the colony's remaining supply. Typical elitist, hoarding supplies during a time of scarcity. Once I have those chemicals, we can revive the Hope's colonists and put some decent people in charge. So, good news. You're going to Byzantium and stealing those chemicals. Exciting. The chemical is if you don't bring me enough chemicals, Alloy Clark is complicit in every one of... Ah, yes, the details. I'm not about to... Carmen Imagawa. She's my contact in Byzantium. I'm giving you my old nav key to Byzantium. You'll need it to land in the Golden City. Remember, you're looking for dimethyl sulfoxide. Something about being You can trust her if that's what you're asking. Imagawa, of course. What's on your mind?
A reminder to all crew members, there is only one toilet on the ship. We are now in orbit above Byzantium, Captain.
Can we talk? Since we're in Byzantium, I haven't... Anyway, it's probably about time I paid them a visit. Which... See, I'm originally... Yeah, exactly. Reconnect. And, I was thinking you'd come too. Great. If you've got an outfit you haven't washed in a while, maybe one with some bloodstains, wear that one. You're the Anything else? I sure hope you negotiated for a raise with... Makes me wonder what your angle is. I knew... Besides, none of this is your mess. I've got no love for the corporate... You seem to have a good head on your shoulders, so I probably... Hey, don't get anything else? I admire your grit. Ginger. By all accounts, Sanjay. Honestly, I try to save my captain a headache when I can. Hey, I'm the doctor here. Anyway, Anything else? It's... Even the bribes. The real question... There's all these invisible... I was a top-tier... That's... Everything's polished and bureaucracy. Don't trust anyone. People are extremely competitive about cosmetic... Don't trust any... What, like... People are extremely interesting... I trained as a surgeon. Lots of them, unfortunately. Turns out Byzantines are more concerned... I trained as a surgeon. Yeah, Turns out Byzantines are more concerned with having... I trained as a surgeon. Hey, it's not... Turns out Byzantines are more... That's what I've been saying.
Do you mind? I'm meeting someone. Shh. The Phoenix is a wanted man and the board... Yeah, I should warn you, it won't be easy. He spends most of his time in his estate, which is heavily guarded.
Here we got...
The other thing about birds, though? Exactly. I started thinking about... For start, doesn't that seem strange to you? And then there's the way nothing gets... Sure. But what...
I bet you repair folk.
Might have been the paperwork.
Why would the Golden City?
It's really so people... They eventually... But they never fixed it. Never replaced it. Doesn't that seem odd to you? The whole episode... After a while... I'm afraid no.
Can't say I blame him. It's scary out of doors.
What works special? Whoa, I'm not one of your B&Es. Some of the guards, maybe you could do some recon... Just remember, you didn't hear it from me.
You still tinkering with that?
It's not gonna fix itself.
Don't we have repair drones for that kind of thing?
This was.
It feels like I've been waiting in line forever.
Nothing exciting ever happened around here.
Why can't something exciting happen around here for once?
Nothing wrong with stability. It means...
Hey, you. Yeah, you. Want to be famous? kid, you got presents. Tell you, listen, you got an agent? Some kind of representation? Fresh? This.
The favored mind.
Hey, thousands of you. I mean. Already got. So what do you say? Terrific.
Anti-Cleo's antibiotics. Take comfort in knowing that anything antibiotics...
Is that supposed to be a model of the system? Not super accurate.
Some would say this is as close to godhood we can achieve until we unlock the final secrets of the plan. Me? I'm not so sure.
Spacer's choice.
The dissidents actually took over the refinery. I can't believe it.
Looking for weapons? You've come. The best deal. What can I help you find? Why, to defend Byzantium, marauders, dissidents, only.
I can honestly.
Indeed. One can never. What? Byzantium, marauders, dissidents, especially large. Indeed. Now, what are you in the market for?
Oh, my good man. I'd have to request a count.
My dear fellow, you've no idea how our productions...
I'm on my legally allotted break. Really? Oh, what are you doing here? Well, the laws, I knew it! You got me. I'm caught, aren't I? And so what if even if I did dare... Really? They have intelligent eyes. And agreeable... Please, do take care. And do mind the and pipes. Not that I place any... To deal with the sewer. Therefore see, I'm an enormous... Well, so you see, it's... Not... There's Lord Reginald... They're in a It's difficult to... So, Iskander is late. She's a member of Farnsworth Incorporated's regular... Something else? But I must say...
Out with it, contraption! Does nothing.
Citizens, today marks a monumentous occasion in the course of Halcyon history. After a deep and thorough examination of our budgets, revenue streams, and predictive models, we are publishing our yearly success report. Profits are soaring, promotions abound. Thanks to your continued hard work, Halcyon is healthier and
Will it me, or should each of these homes fit all of Edgewater inside? Can't read at all.
Byzantium will be sure to see the many rewards reaped from your diligent labor. Once we nail down the details, I can't wait to share what's in store. For now, my friends, keep up the hard work.
The Acropolis district is off limits. Move along. What in the law's name are you on about? Honest mistake. Why don't you come back another time and we can take this from the top?
You must be joking. Our fair city is being overrun by a pox of vagrants and undesirable... Oh, there! That's one right there. Can't you just... How splendid. Why, just this... And here you are, frolicking. Honestly, what is the board thinking? What's wrong? This. But now we are overrun with the unworthy and the ungrateful, and this early retirement nonsense is making it even worse. The work. But tell me, how is that? Oh, but it's not right.
Oh, we get paid this time.
Yes. What is that person's job exactly? Are they your secretary? Personal masseuse? Well, it doesn't matter. What's important is that you think this is a fabulous arrangement, and you... Did you miss the part where I said I'd pay you? That's all the reason someone like you should require. Fantastic. I hear the unless, of course, these codes will get you past the same way anyone gets anything here, of course. Bits might earn you for favors like this. Now, do we have any further business? I earned my Chief Idea Officer. Well, he described it was a very long list. And you know, he was a true I just told you, my grandfather made millions of bits as CIO. Of course, if you have wealth, you're successful. You're welcome.
This property is off limits. Solicitor, this ultimatum brought to you. That's funny. The minister isn't expecting visitors, and you don't much look like one of those couriers from HPS. Minister Clark's a private man, and you're...
A UDL security attendant is always prepared.
Hey, of course not. The others took me out to sell. That means I got a key? That's right. Oh, he's, media. Oh, you definitely recognize him if you saw him. That's a great idea! I'll have a Spectrum vodka.
Captain, I can smell him from clear over here. I reckon he's had a fair number already.
Sure have, 'cause today's my big day.
He's got power.
And a powerful thirst. You here? Hey, you're really great. Have I told you? Wow, listen to me. I'm soaked. I should who am I kidding? I could... It's not every day you get your dream job, right? Wow! You've got like... Oh, Lost. I gotta stop. I'm seeing at... I really shouldn't. I'll have the worst hangover tomorrow if I don't stop. You know, that's a very good point. Yeah. Listen, I don't feel so good. I just need to sit down.
Spacer's choice. It's not the best choice, it's the Spacer's choice.
along.
Burning the midnight oil, are we? The Halcyon parcel. Welcome to Halcyon Parcel Service. That's just a little parcel joke. Nope, just we can ship all. We do, in fact. You're not an. Oh, couldn't say. You're welcome to lodge a complaint in our suggestion box. Actually, no. We're still waiting on our delivery of a new suggestion box. You do that? Wow. Hey, you know, here's your parcel to be delivered to Mr. Clark, Minister.
I'm afraid I can't help you at the moment. Have a prosperous day.
I don't have time for this.
Oh, there. That's one right there. Can't you just see the stench of impropriety radiating off of him?
There's nothing to see here.
You know, that's just the sort of thing folk...
I have no... Yeah? Let's see it. Looks like... All right. Go on through.
How did you get in here? You're not one of my...
Oh, my law. Captain! Captain! That's...
Minister Clark. If this is about another aether wave clip or radio spot, you may kindly fuck off, as the parlance goes. I'm not doing any more. Drugs, of course. What else would it be? I don't have any drugs.
What is this system coming to when even the...
Will that be all, then? Oh, dear, I don't... Of course.
He's
I dearly hope so. Whatever it is that brought you here, Rockwell's the one behind it. How should I... But there is a way to find out. Whatever Rockwell's doing...
This all feels off, Captain. Like when there's a storm coming, but...
Believe me, things have been off around here for a very, very long time.
Captain, we must investigate Rockwell. An injustice like this can...
Indeed, it cannot. I can't Why, this is starting to sound like an issue of Dissident Hunter. Via the Acropolis District, of course. That's where the most important corporate and government facilities are. But only... There might be a route through the maintenance tunnel. When you reach the HHC building, this access... Oh, I haven't... A gilded minibar, perhaps? The board's lackeys are none too bright. I simply claimed I'd lost it, and I mere...
Obviously, the chairman surrounds himself with the cream of Byzantium's elite.
Wait! Rockwell has one of the only terminals capable of transmitting... Please, take this and transmit it from his office. Rockwell hasn't given me any messages from Earth for years. But they need to know what isn't on it. I've gathered once the rest of...
But they wouldn't get here for... I don't even know.
It's worth a try, but the Earth Directorate still needs that message. We must... Perhaps there is hope after all. And now I entrust it to you. What a pleasure. I haven't had this much company in quite some time. I dearly hope I'm not imagining this. How delightful. What is it? Well, why, when I'm not being...
Look on the bright...
I only hope someone comes looking before... That's what I tell myself. Halcyon is...
I'm inclined, sir. Just...
A fine thought, but I'm afraid you underestimate... Haven't you heard? Chairman Rockwell and I, aside from battalion... Besides, remaining close, except for the bit about my... Probably when he saw I meant to oppose him, it's quite all right. I've got every back issue of Dissident Hunter. Also, the board's most
Oh, there. That's one right there. Can't you...
What is it now? As I recall, you were saying something about being tired and needing a breather. Sure. Let me just take that off your hands. Did I say restricted area? Slip of the tongue. What I meant was, welcome to the Acropolis District.
Captain, I stand out here like a big, greasy
I
thumb.
really need all this security. I have to go through 3 checkpoints just to take a bath.
Welcome to the official headquarters of the Halcyon Holdings Corporation Board. Today's greeting is brought to you by Auntie Cleo, a subsidiary of Colway Pharmaceuticals.
So we can get some work done.
Today's greeting is
Why are you
brought
so
to you
bothered by
by
having a
Auntie
few
Cleo,
guards
a subsidiary of Colway Pharmaceuticals.
Wait, that's not...
State your business. Move along. Please step away. This entry is for high priority HHC business only. Huh. I didn't realize we were still using those I'll just need you to register your weapons with a revised request to carry 32B form. Each weapon will need a separate form. I'm not authorized to employ humor on the job. Now, let's see. Damn it. When did I run out of forms? I was going to suggest that myself. Look, you don't have time to wait on new forms. And I can't afford the citations for impeding HAC business. Just know there are a bunch of guards upstairs, and they're all high on dervish.
Apologies for the wait. I was a personal assistant to... Oh, you were being serious. Will there be anything else?
Excuse me, just a moment.
Good afternoon. I'm Chairman Rockwell, and I'm here to address a serious issue facing us. As you all know, our colony has been successful beyond our wildest dreams. Unfortunately, we've recently discovered that our food supply will not be able to sustain Halcyon's population in the long term. Everyone will die. Everyone will slowly stop living from malnutrition. But we're doing it together, and that's what matters. I fucking swear, if someone doesn't give me something to read that will placate the masses soon, all of you will find yourselves violently unemployed. But I can assure you there's nothing to fear. We've got a solution. It's called the Lifetime Employment Program. We will freeze most of the colony to preserve resources, while the best and brightest of Byzantium continue living in prosperity. Look, you idiots! How many times do I have to tell you we can't say shit like that? Fire whoever wrote this! While Halcyon's brightest minds solve the problem of our nutritional shortage, the rest of the colony will be placed in suspended animation. Individuals will be revived on a rotating basis, so that every Halcyonite can be part of the important work of saving our colony. By testing paperweights. Sorry, couldn't resist. Let's go again. And someday, in the not-too-distant future when we've solved this crisis, we'll all be back together again working for the good of Halcyon. Until then, the board shall provide for the deserving just as it always has. So, Obey your supervisors, take your vitamins, follow your corporate-mandated grooming rituals, and rest assured with the board on your side, there is nothing to worry about.
That...
There's something weighing on my mind.
I beg your pardon. Minister Clark's former office is currently closed to solicitors. I suppose that is admissible. Please try not to break anything.
Incoming! Captain, could I have a moment of your time?
Anyone with eyes to see would not be shocked to hear that the colony is dying, choosing to save themselves and their families and friends. Yeah, you're in. Anything you'd like to discuss?
Sorry, I'm kinda in the middle of something.
Do these people got nothing?
You get your turn. Right now, we're talking about Theodore. Oh, that's no problem. I can get you into the lab. Theodore's out right now. This is going... Hold, I need a favor. Think you could let my friend through just this once? After all, you still owe me.
Fine. But I don't want to hear anything about the catch-up packet incident ever again. And he's on his own if he runs into the guards downstairs.
You're the best, Holt.
What was that? I better
Watch out, Captain!
What? What was that?
Here they come!
Huh?
Everybody's down!
Don't let him get away!
What?
Never anger a man of the claw!
Here goes nothing!
Captain, you're right! Here's a little trick I learned in prison! I'm on it!
Got it. Inside voices.
Huh?
Incoming!
What?
The strong survive and the weak perish!
Captain, if you're looking for crew members, you have a message from Adjutant Sophia Akande.
No one ever looks quite the same in person as they do in my reports. And my reports of you have been exceptionally thorough. You've had quite a career. I've been keeping up with you ever since Emerald Vale. Now that was an interesting piece of work. A rundown backwater, barely when you cut off power to Edgewater. All this happened because some mysterious stranger fell. Not always. For the longest time, you should be back on the Hope, frozen in a hibernation. The board doesn't know what to make of you. But I do. I've seen your potential. You haven't exactly been keeping. We raised security on the Hope after Wells broke in. As you have something I want, I'd like to negotiate. There's exactly one that Phineas Wells is wanted by the board. I want to he has a litany of charges against him. Vandalism, Wells is a dangerous madman. His plan is going. You're in contact with Wells. I want you to send us a tracing signal from his communication terminal. Wells was our mistake. We failed to apprehend. I'm sending you my access code. Contact me from Wells's terminal. When you're done.
Adjutant Akande's call has been terminated. Will there be anything else, Captain? We've arrived at Phineas's orbital lab.
Hey, boss, I've been thinking. If we wanted the board's attention, we got options. Piracy, vandal... We want to put some fear in the board, right? Get them scared of us. Board don't know them. You just got an audience with Sophia Akande. That's the adjutant to the chairman? You sure we should be trusting her? A professional accessory to tyranny. Did you see that fancy getup? She ought to be on the cover of Corruption Quarterly. I know we're freelancers and all. We take work where we can find it. But we gotta be... This is how the board gets you. A job here, an errand there. Before you know it, you're calling him sir and ma'am. I appreciate your time.
myself busy in your absence, optimized my formula. All I need now is the dimethyl sulfoxide. I'll take as much as you can give me. Human test subjects. Oh, that's grotesque. That's unthinkable. That's exactly what I'd expect out of the board. Damn, that's not enough. Not nearly enough for the whole ship. I could revive a handful of settlers. Maybe, possibly, damn. I know. I've suspected as much for years. Of course, I don't expect the board to do a thing about it. The board's mismanagement put our colony on the road to collapse. If we don't put a stop to them, thousands of colonists are going to die. Hold on. Let me see if I understand this correctly. You're saying that I always knew Halcyon was heading toward a systems collapse, but that's not a plan. That's a goddamn... Do you realize what this means for the Hope? For your fellow colonists? The board's going to kill them all. Toss them out into space, just to make room in their hibernation chambers. Short of lining up every member of the board and shooting them in the back of the head. Do you know what's waiting for us on the Hope? Scientists, engineers, artists, the brightest minds Earth ever sent us, uncorrupted by the board. The board's going to dispose of them all and transform the Hope into a prison for the rest of us. They're likely on their way to the Hope as we speak. We need to get to those colonists before the board. I have enough chemicals to start. Merciful gibbering law! You're a genius! Yes, exactly. You're a step ahead of me, but I perceive the shape of your plan. If we link up the Hope to the Unreliable, then use your navigational computer to calculate a reasonably safe vector, we can skip the entire colony ship into the rings of Terra 2.
I don't know much about skip drives, not the physics anyhow. I do know the Hope's real massive. How's our bitty little ship supposed to skip it?
Excellent question, my sharp-witted mechanic. You will use your own ship to power up the Hope's skip drive. Your navigational computer can handle the rest.
And that's going to work, without killing us in the process. I thought intra-system microjumps were prohibited for a reason.
Yes, there's always a risk of a catastrophic collision between the Hope and, say, Terra 2, in theory. But you'll be fine, provided your calculations are correct. You'll need to switch on the Hope's auxiliary power using the Unreliable. Then head to the bridge. Your navigational computer, Ada, should be able to activate the Hope's skip drive. Once you've skipped the Hope next to my lab, I'll have easy access to the frozen colonists. I can start reviving them immediately. Certainly. How can I help? It wouldn't surprise me. When I pulled you out of the Hope, the board nearly intercepted me. Skip drives... That is, I ruined my ship and nearly killed myself in the process, but... Unlikely. The Hope is as massive as the Groundbreaker, but compared to the rings of Terra 2, positively minuscule. The board might notice, possibly, depending on the position of their heads. I know you're wondering why I'm doing all this. Why I believe the people on the Hope are the answer to the colony's problems. The Hope is carrying some of humanity's most brilliant thinkers, scientists, engineers, experts in their field. If we work together, we can still find a way to save Halcyon. The board would have us believe Halcyon is beyond saving. I choose to believe otherwise. If there's even the slightest chance we can save Halcyon, you absolutely should. The adjutant must have sent you some kind of tracking code. If you don't use the code, she'll suspect you betrayed her. I think you should use the code and send a corrupted tracking signal. That should buy me some time. The enemy is bound to discover my hideout sooner or later. I'm prepared for that eventuality. This is just my way of buying myself a little time. Use my communications terminal to... Certainly. How can I help? more than enough time. I won't wish you luck on the Hope. Can't rely on luck. What's on your mind?
If you stop in the engine room, would you ask Parvati to send Sam down to the bridge? You have a message from Adjutant Sophia Akande.
I'm impressed, Captain. I almost expected you wouldn't go through with it. Unfortunately, Dr. Wells found a way to corrupt the signal before we could pinpoint his location. Still, it's only a matter of time before we find him. Come visit me in Byzantium. We need to have a talk about the future of this colony. Because I'm not in the meeting.
Adjutant Akande has ended her call. Rather rudely, if I might say, considering she didn't say. Welcome back, Captain. How can I be of assistance? I'll be here. We have arrived at the Hope. I need you to reroute power from our ship to the Hope's auxiliary generator. You'll have to connect me to the Hope's comm system so I can convince her central computer to enable the skip drive. The Hope is the Groundbreaker's prettier, sleeker sister. She wandered off and got lost for 70 years, but just recently was found. Also, there are hundreds of thousands of frozen organic life forms hibernating in her. Forgetfulness can be I need you to You'll have to connect me to... If your calculations are even slightly off, you could crash the entire colony ship into... or the sun. Welcome back, Captain. How can I be of goodbye? If you don't mind my saying, Captain, Minister Clark is lucky to have you on his side. Captain, I hope Dr. Wells has not dragged you into one of his irrational schemes again. My diagnosis of his mental stability is not flattering. Sending a corrupted tracking signal to the board was quite clever, if I might say, Captain.
I hear someone snuck into Depository 18. Amateurs. That'd never happen around here.
You know, when they posted us here, I told them there wasn't any... Shows how much I know. You've got about 5 seconds to tell me what you're doing here before I make you take a walk outside. Get out of here on your own accord, or we'll dump your body out the airlock. Get out of here on your own accord, or we'll dump your body out the airlock.
Pound. You know, when... Shows how much I know. You've got about 5 seconds to tell me what you're doing here before I make you take... Explode? Holy shit. Alright. You'll want a uniform so my staff doesn't shoot you on sight. They're a dangerous mix of bored and trigger-happy. We've got a few extra in the old badge station too.
tired of patrolling.
Error. Hope crew data not found. Identify yourself. Error. Hibernation pod access is illegal. State your employer. Registered. A fine of 10,000 bits will be assessed in your corporation's ledger for...
This must be unsettling for you, Captain.
Can you hear me, Captain? I have successfully integrated myself into the...
These records indicate you have already been identified as non-standard personnel. State your purpose. Error. Binary detected. Binary has been triplinary. More bits for your bits. We appreciate your cooperation.
That's the Hope's computer up ahead. I'll admit, I am curious to wake him. Greetings, Captain. I am speaking to you through the Hope's computer system. It's a rather cramped feeling, but it'll do. Are you sure? That is extremely dangerous. Skipping the Hope will... and also potentially kill an entire planet. How is my... Jump-starting the skip drive. Destination set to the rings of Terra 2.
If we're meant to make it, we will. No use worrying otherwise.
Doing it. I mean, affirmative. Skipping the Hope in 3, 2, 1.
ADA, does your captain seriously intend to do a micro-jump in system with engines that haven't been powered in 70 years on a derelict ship?
That is what my captain intends, yes.
But that is a gross misuse of the skip drive. The Zero Point Drives Corp and I will not be held responsible for any damage incurred during transport, and this will cause extreme damage.
Yes, I am aware of that.
You should not be doing this. The humans will die.
Thank you, Hope. It looks like all systems are go. Captain, I would advise you to hold on to something. Now. Oh, good. We are still alive and have successfully skipped into Terra 2's orbit. I reported as much to Phineas Wells, but he has not responded. Perhaps you should check in on him.
We're alive! We made it! I, never had any doubts.
What was that? I don't recognize you. Are you new here? I'm just trying to make sure you belong here. I guess you've got to... Yeah. Move along. Keep your eyes out.
Captain, I am receiving a transmission. Captain, I shall now play the transmission I received from Dr. Wells.
Thank the Lord you warned me. I was able to get some defenses up, but they might not be enough. The board has sent some serious firepower to pry me out of here. They're trying to get in here, and I'm not sure I can stop them. If they capture me, if we can't communicate again, there's something very important you need to remember. The board, all their lackeys, they're all a bunch of swine. Do you hear me? They're fucking corporate swine. You fucking pigs! I'll take you all out with me! I'll never...
It would seem the recording captured some rather dire events. I presume you'll want to dock at the orbital lab to check on your associate as soon as possible. How can I be of assistance? Goodbye. Now arriving at Phineas's top-secret orbital lab.
mercy on you. I won't. Take cover! Oh, no! I've had quite enough of you!